I don't really know what I'm going to title this video, um, but there's a lot that I feel that I need to explain. Firstly, um, I've been gone from my Twitch channel for about a month, um, and I have publicly stated that the reasons for this have been because I had a family emergency related to my grandfather, and this part was true. Um, but I have opted to omit the rest of the story. Uh, some of you might not remember uh, my last streams, my last couple of streams, um, past a month ago, and at this point the VODs are gone because I didn't save them. Um, but during I believe it was the last one uh, from a month back, um, I was touching on some sensitive, um, controversial issues, and many of you know that I tend to walk down the middle, um, and not even so much the middle. I don't really like partisanship at all. It just depends on the issues. Um, where things were going civil in chat, um, but unfortunately, I had caught a little something that happened in my Discord. It was the attack itself that affected me. Um, and the words were uh, on the subject of sexual assault, which many of you know that I'm a survivor of sexual assault, um, both as a child and as an adult. The words were men, something along the lines of men are always the aggressors and women are always the victim, and it's not possible for women to force themselves on men. Essentially saying that it was impossible for a woman to rape a man. And just a flood of emotions just drowned me all at once. And in the middle of the stream, I had to leave um, because I didn't know. I was either on the I wasn't sure if I was either on the verge of just breaking down and just crying in the middle of nowhere, or just flipping shit on a chat that didn't deserve uh, a sudden burst of anger that they wouldn't be able to see the cause for. And I didn't know how to handle it, so I just panicked, and I just had to I had to close the stream. I had to sort of put the mask on and pretend like everything's okay. I just have to go and do something. Emergency happened, and I had to just leave. And but that's, if anybody remembers that, um, I think there was a little bit of something else afterward where I had to just kind of catch up with some of the friends in chat, and just basically play along. And I felt bad the entire time because I was essentially lying uh, to my friends and saying that everything was okay, even though that nobody asked the question. Um, what that says to me is that there's this perception that it doesn't happen. And I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope that there are people, I choose to believe that there are people that know better. Um, and another reason why I've been scared to talk about this, or anything like related to male problems right now, is because um, when the whole Roe v. Wade thing like basically imploded on itself, I was pissed for not the same reason that many of you ladies might be. I was pissed because, and I remember throwing a fit in my house over it, because maybe for selfish reasons, and you can judge me for that all you want to, that's fine. But it affected me in a way because the first thought I had was fucking great. I can't bitch about my problems now because I'm gonna come off as a tone deaf asshole with what they're having to deal with. So once again, the story of my life, I have to put the mask on and man up and just pretend that nothing is wrong. So that's one of the main reasons why I haven't um I had to go for my grandfather, but even if that didn't happen, I probably would have taken a break anyway. Um, the reason I'm bringing this up now, aside from just having enough of it, is that I feel like this is a good time to say that I'm going to be a lot more vocal on this subject, whether other streamers like it or not. Um, it needs to be said. Shit needs to be said. Shit needs to be talked about. So, but out of consideration for people that don't want to get caught up in this, um, I'm going to try to designate them to certain days. Maybe one day a week. I'm going to talk about this. Maybe one day every week or every 2 weeks, something like that, where it'll give me some sort of routine to dish on um, some of the things that I'm bothered by when it comes to these sorts of assumptions. Um, I'm normally very accepting uh, of other people. I encourage dissent, like other people. I encourage different opinions because with different opinions we have perspective. But that the problem is that I feel like us as a society we're not interested in discussion anymore. We seem to be more interested in creating a bottleneck and an echo chamber. Um, and Twitter obviously isn't the place to have these discussions. With the character limit being what it is, and the only my only other weapon that I can think of is my voice. And that's just it. So here I am. Uh, it's hard to keep myself together when people say shit like that when I know from experience how untrue it is. The fact is, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of having to talk myself down to tolerate another idiot that's saying shit that I know for a fact is harmful. No more.